So this is one of the best examples, in my opinion, of his accurate short trajectory striking. Because a lot of the time, when people are wading in to throw power punches, they come really wide and they swing these shots out. Or sometimes, like Santos, he'll throw it from his back pocket, and you can see it coming. You might as well throw a postcard. It's very obvious. If it connects, there's loads of power, but often it doesn't connect, especially when you've got someone very slick like Ankalaev, who measures distance very well and won't be there to be hit like a lot of fighters will. So him changing his range and forcing people to miss is one thing that he uses very well, but also throwing a tighter trajectory punch to catch them in the process. Watch what he does here against Pragnio, and this finish shows both parts of his skill set really nicely in his striking range. So what you can see is there's a posturing. This fist is already being postured to throw. You can see it's coming around the side here. The punch from Pragnio leaves before Ankalaev initiates his punch. There it is, right on the chin. Because what you see is, you'll see it from the top position in a minute. Pragnio kind of leads with his lead hand, like he's kind of lazy jabbing. But as Ankalaev sees this hand comes out, he also recognizes the back hand has dropped. It drops to posture to strike. There it is, look. This is what I'm talking about with back pocket punches. The left hand goes out, while the right hand drops all the way down here. We can see the guards up. We can see that Ankalaev is prepared for this shot to come. But at the same time as him being guarded and defended for that punch, you also have to remember that Pragnio is moving towards the hand that's already postured for Ankalaev, which is here. This is the counter right hook that we see him use quite a lot, and it's going to be a real useful weapon against someone like Santos, who comes crashing in with big wide shots. That short drop back right hook that he uses right here, ping right on the chin, look at that. And he makes, this is what I'm talking about, he makes the most of the momentum coming towards him. It needs very little power, drops, keeps his hand up, ping, and then goes straight under the punch that was coming for him. And now you can see Pragnio's rocked. Lovely footwork as well. This reminds me of Leon against Gunnar Nelson, the way he bumps and jogs his feet out. Watch this. Southpaw, dips, right hook, ducks the shot, and then watch his feet adjust. Little bump out to the side. Bump, and then he's lined himself up, and he postures ready for that next punch. But the thing that really drops Pragnio as he chases him down with those double right hooks is the left high kick. You'll see this a lot. You'll see him either starting a combination with a kick and then falling back into punches, or he'll catch somebody with a punch and then follow up with a kick. I mentioned a bit earlier about the Ion Cutelaba fight. Now, Cutelaba played a very clever game in that first fight, and it was unfortunate that the referee intervened way, way too early. He was playing a game, but he was playing possum, because what he knew about Ankalaev is that he's very calculated. It's difficult to get him to open up, which means it's difficult to land your own shots on him. So the best thing to do is to give him the impression that you're hurt. So when Cutelaba's doing this kind of whole wobbling thing, as you watch it in slow motion, you'll see him wobbling, and then he blocks the punch and throws the counter shot. It was a very clever game plan. Unfortunately, because it wasn't able to be expressed in the first fight, he couldn't use it in the second. But there is a tendency with Ankalaev to get a little bit excited and try and chase down the finish. That is a danger against Thiago Santos, who not only is very powerful moving forward, but also very powerful moving backwards. I'm going to talk about the Jan Blachowicz fight in a moment. But this is definitely worth noting, is this high kick, which follows any power punches that he lands, and Pragnio goes down. And he takes a couple more shots, and then that is game over. Here we go. Here's the top shot. So this is a better angle where you can see Pragnio is going to throw his lead hand out. Very lazy. Very lazy. His hand's even open. But he's dropped this hand. He's going to swing it around the side. But already is the right hook of Ankalaev postured, ready to catch him. And look how direct it is to the chin. I mean, it really does travel on a very, very tight path. Look at that. Just turns his knuckles down at the last moment. Bang, right on the chin. And then even is able to slip the punch. And this is where the footwork comes in. Little bump. Look at that reset. Beautiful work. Bump, hook, hook, high kick. And then the other angle, you can see the punch landing on the chin. you picture Thiago Santos in your head, and you can see him winging big shots over the top. You can see him surging. His body kind of expands and blows up when he's about ready to strike. He's not very good at hiding his attacks. These are going to be opportunities that maybe he won't take in the first round because there's a definite danger that Santos will just continue moving forward. But these counter shots are going to be really useful. First of all, for discouraging him, and second of all, maybe even for knocking him out. Lovely shot there. And then the footwork, double hook, high kick. Beautiful. One other thing that's worth mentioning as well about this hook. This is on Özdemir in the second round. And you can see as Özdemir moves forward here, he goes for wrist control. He goes to control that lead hand because he knows how dangerous that is. And he just drops and rolls it underneath and then comes right around the side. And he actually catches this almost like a ridge hand. Like I've seen Said Nurmagomedov land this shot. It's I don't know whether it's something that's quite well established in Sambo, but it seems to be a very kind of Russian orientated technique. You know, Khabib used the up punch with the knuckles coming under the chin. This ridge hand that we're seeing from a lot of the Russian Dagestani fighters may even be an influence of Wushu. You know, that's a conversation for Muslim Salikov because he's very good at it as well. But the point is, watch the damage that this does. I mean, this is one clean shot right on the cheekbone, and immediately it splits his eye open. Here it comes, knuckles in, nice closed fist. Bang, ridge hand right on the side, and it just pulls his eye open. And the reason I'm showing you this is not to gross you out, but that happened in the second round. I think that Özdemir was lucky to not get stopped between rounds with a cut like that, especially because of the placement. Say if he gets cut here, this blood is going to run down the side of his face, or if he gets cut here, it'll run down the side of his nose. The problem with a cut like this is that it's going to bleed down into the eye, which means that it's going to impair his vision, and that's the point where the doctors have to get involved. If you've got impaired vision, you can't continue fighting. That was a single counter right hook. Consider if Santos comes crashing forward and he gets caught with that in the first couple of rounds. That might be a doctor stoppage, that might be a TKO. If nothing else, it's a target for Ankalaev to continue working on. Not a pleasant place to have a cut, and certainly not in a 5-round fight, which is obviously what this is going to be. As you'll see here, I mean, this is the straight left that Ankalaev throws here, and the timing of this is even better as well, is because he recognizes that Kutalaba's about to throw a spinning back fist. Look, he just step. You can. I mean, I know it's a very subtle thing. What I'm watching is this lead leg here. You could probably see it with the Reebok logo. He just kind of turns his toes inwards, and you can see his posture start to twist. And that's when he gets caught. I mean, that is a very, very small tell that you're going to throw a shot. There's a little play with the lead hand, and then he just fires that down the pipe. Very Usman-like, no build-up, no nothing. No drawback. You're watching this punch, and it goes straight through. There's no drawback from that point. I'll leave that on. I mean, the camera angle might move a little bit, but no drawback, look. It stays in the pocket, and then it fires straight to the chin. That's the danger of fighting someone like Ankalaev, is that you don't have nearly as much time to recognize the dangerous shots that are coming to you.